An interesting material, and one of the ones that we're going to be highlighting this evening that was created a few years back, is this Embrace WetBond pit and fissure sealant, which is an ionic resin from pulp tint. This material is rather unique in that it enjoys and works with water. It is hydrophilic, moisture tolerant in nature, contains an actual small amount of water, and is water miscible. And you can even mix it with water, as you can see on the lower right hand side. This material was actually kind of found by accident, as most major discoveries seem to be. They were working with this in lab, trying to find new formulations, and for some reason, when they came to this batch, when they worked with it, they were trying to clean up the glass slabs. They found that it adhered to it, and it formed a lovely integration to the slab. And upon further testing, they developed this really remarkable bioactive ionic resin in this Embrace materials. There's an ionization that goes on here, which is the breaking up of a compound into its ionic components, which makes these Embrace materials very unique. The hydrogen in the phosphate acid group is replaced by calcium that would be present in the tooth structure. So there's an exchange going on. There's no hybridization when you're using this. And as this material works, this resin with moisture, it etches, it ionizes, and adheres to the tooth structure, and in the presence of water continues to work with taking on, replacing the calcium present within the tooth structure. And this is an ongoing strong resin hydroxyapatite complex, creating a very positive seal against micro leakage in the overall interface between the material and the tooth. And this confocal image of the dentin and the Embrace is reminiscent of the SEM I showed you earlier of the glass ionomer and the tooth structure. There is no hybrid layer. There is simply an interface, a chemical fusion of this material to the tooth structure. Very unique, very, very, very special, and there's no other resin restorative material, sealant material like this, any material that contains an Embrace WetBond resin material. It's also been shown to be antibacterial. In this test that were done, it actually creates a 4 millimeter inhibition zone around it, just by having the Embrace material and the ion release that it has.